Oh, hi! This isn't what it looks like. This is not the intro to a heartwarming Disney movie animated by Pixar. No, this is another segment in the Doctor Who DVD Archive series. In this episode, we're looking at the year formerly known as 2001, now more commonly known as, boy am I glad the world didn't end in the year 2000, because I'm gonna go see Harry Potter, The Lord of the Rings, Monsters Inc., and Shrek, but I am gonna sell my stocks in Wikipedia because we all know that company's not getting off the ground. The best box set that you can buy for Doctor Who. Hey guys, welcome back to the Doctor Who Guide, helping you grow your knowledge, your collection, and connection with other Doctor Who fans. All of the DVDs we're talking about today in 2001 will be linked in the description down below. If you use any of the Amazon links down below, anything you order within 24 hours of clicking the link, I'll get a commission of, which is super exciting and super awesome, and I'd be really grateful if you considered using those links. Now I'm super excited to have Luke Review 76 be a part of this video, so I'm going to let him introduce himself now.
Anyway, yeah, we're back, and Alex 100. My Xbox just growled at me. Okay? Twin Dilemma's not in this year, it's fine. But as you can see, I'm joined by my lovely Queen of England, because I'm British. But she's more of a Star Wars fan, as you can see, so she won't be joining me for this entire thing. Obviously, it goes with trends. Anyway, I'm going to start off with the US. We got DVDs, which is amazing. We got 3 of them in 2001. They all came out in September on the unfortunate and sad date of 9/11. Don't know how to follow that up. We got 3 DVDs. The first DVD that came out in 2001 was Robots of Death. Now, something I immediately noticed about some of these older DVDs is they seem very sturdy, and I don't know if that's because they were made differently, but the Robots of Death, it's an amazing, amazing story, one of my all-time favorite Tom Baker stories, followed by Doctor Who, The Five Doctors. Man, this is like a brick of a DVD. This is the Five Doctors Special Edition. Don't let that confuse you. This is not like the special editions that would come later. This is still a very bare-bones DVD release. Our third and final DVD is Doctor Who Spirit from Space. Now this is a beloved story. This is the first John Pertwee story that has been released, as well as the first Peter Davison and Tom Baker story. So currently we are tied with 3 DVDs each, but I have a feeling the UK is getting some more in 2001. So yeah, so for Britain in 2001 we had 5 releases, and we also got our first cover art. Now, Spirit from Space was released on the 29th of January, so that was the first one. This was a last-minute edition because it was based on 1999 restoration. The next released was The Remembrance of the Daleks, and this was released on the 26th of February, so pretty much a month's gap. Yeah, as far as pictures go on the covers with robots, this and this, I think this is probably the best one. It creates a lot of atmosphere just seeing a dead Dalek. Then we had the first cover art release, which was the Kaiser and Zani, which was released on the 18th of June. The cover art is done by, I'd assume, Clayton Hickman then. But yeah, so it's very basic. Then we had the TV movie released on the 13th of August, so the gap's getting quite big, so February to June is quite a gap, but then June and August is, consistent again. This cover still doesn't say, again, I'd assume Clayton Hickman. We all have the theme of, a colour at the moment, and then everything is that colour, so this one's like blue, which sort of relates to what colour, to the banner. Kind of interesting to release the movie in the early days. You would have thought it wouldn't sell as much. And then Vengeance on Virus was released on the 15th of October. Vengeance on Virus, you can see why they released it, but let us all take a minute to embrace the face they used for Colin Baker on this. I mean, is it even season 22? It looks more Trial of Time Lord to me. So now I'm so Alex.
I want to thank Luke Review 76 for not only being in this video, but also allowing me to edit his footage. That is a great responsibility, which I do not take lightly.
I feel like this is still in, and this is just me typing stuff in.
I would never do anything that would embarrass you in any way.
I don't know why he would have left it in. He's probably not, but he probably has now because I'm saying this, so.
And if I have, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for that, Luke. Those were quite a few releases. You're back up to 7. Maybe I'll catch up eventually. Unlikely. Let's dive into some of the differences in the DVDs for the US versus the UK. Now, normally most of 90% of the special features on DVDs in the UK are also on the special features on the DVDs in the US, but there are some differences, and I want to give a big shout out to timelash.com/TARDIS. Their website is amazing just for keeping track of your collection collection and incredible details like the differences in the special features. So let's dive right in. First off, the 5 Doctors Special Edition. Now, it is a really bare bones release, but it does have 2 special features I now know of that the UK release does not have. It has, first off, a commentary by Peter Davison and Terrence Dix. Now, that is awesome. I hope there's some way for you guys to hear that commentary in the UK. Let me know if there is. And there's also a segment called Who's Who, which is on quite a few of the American DVDs. And it basically is just pictures of the various different characters in the Doctor Who episode and little biographies about them. So nothing too special here, but it is something to take note of. Next up is the Robots of Death, and this also contains 2 bonus features or special features that you don't have in the UK releases. And one of them is the Who's Who. And the second is a 20-minute featurette about the special introductions that the actor Howard De Silva did for the syndicated Doctor Who episodes that were released in America. It also contains those introductions, so it makes sense that it would be on the US release. And Doctor Who Spearhead from Space has the Who's Who bonus feature, which is not on the UK DVDs. Now, what is on the UK DVDs is some interesting glitches, things that went wrong that were most likely fixed for the Region 1 releases because they did come later. But Luke, just make sure that you're not going into too much detail. I know you're really passionate about this, but we gotta keep this moving and interesting, okay? Thank you.
Okay, so like I said, there was an error on episode 2. Now, this could have been something to do with pixel, possibly.
Oh no.
And the pixels could have changed from 4 to 5, maybe even in Cell's Eye, which makes it unwatchable. As it's not just a pixel, it's more than
Give me a second.
metaphorical meaning. It's almost like a father to some people. This pixel that could have been there. Or it could have been the 6-axis rocket, and one more yellow pixel on, causing the world to end, pretty much.
This might hurt a little.
Which is just absolutely fascinating to see. Good throw, Alex. Right, now we're going to go over all the sort of problems that the DVD releases had when they came out. Now, Spearhead didn't have any problems, but it was a last-minute edition, I said, because it's based on 1999 restoration for the BBC Two repeat, which also has the trailers on this, which is, if you're wondering what the trailers were, that's what it was. But it's still really nice, and this was my very first DVD, not this one. I don't know where my original one is. I gave it to a friend, but yes, not really any problems for that. Then, Remembrance of the Daleks had technical glitches, which basically means stuff like it would jump, or maybe you'd have to press down twice before it did anything because it wouldn't register. But they are of course fixed for the Region 1 release. The same goes for the following release, the Kaiser and Tazani. This had technical glitches once again. Anyway, the TV movie was released, obviously, and nothing really went wrong on this. Yeah, I mean, but it's a TV movie, so you know, that in itself is a problem. On the back of this, it says 2000, but it's 2001. It is. That's a bit of a problem on it. I bet it's Spearhead, so you know, it's let off for that. Whereas this had that problem, then I'm afraid we would have to kill it. Can you tell I'm not a massive fan of the TV movie in this video? And then there's on Barros and an error on episode 2. Not sure what the error was, it's kind of unclear, but this is the fixed one, you can tell, was the case. So I don't know much about Region 1, which is why I was interested in this series, because ow, my cupboards don't like me. But yeah, it's interesting in the series, so that was the problem, so now
we're going to take a look at what it would look like to have had a complete Doctor Who DVD collection in the US in 2001. Way smaller than what we're used to today in release order, and if we take a look at what it would have looked like in story order, here it is. Alright, we have Spearhead from Space, The Robots of Death, and The 5 Doctors. 3 great classic stories. All of these would go on to have special editions later, but they're all linked down in the description below if you want to check them out. Let's check out what the Region 2 UK DVDs would have looked like.
Here we have the DVDs in order of story, so this basically, you know, in chronological order. So, patterns and occurrences, there's not really any at this point. Peter Davison's got 2 releases, but that's nothing major. That was released, as we said before, because it had been remastered, and that was it. And the Kaiser and Design was released because it's a fan favourite. A lot of these were released because they are fan favourites, other than that. But yeah, because I'm still a bit shocked. That moved from there to there. Let's look at the release order. So this is them in release order. Now, a few of them have moved quite far. I mean, for example, this one has moved from there to there. Alright, I'll stop this now because it's getting far too silly. Of course, all of these are useless ever since they all got re-released, but more on that in like 4 years at the rate we're getting these videos out. Shh.
Alright, well that's it for 2001. I hope you enjoyed. As always, the DVDs are linked down in the description below. Thank you so much to LukeReviews76 for joining me for this video. If you liked what you saw, then definitely consider subscribing to him. And if you want to grow your Doctor Who knowledge, collection, and connection with other Doctor Who fans, then definitely subscribe for new videos at least every single Saturday. My name is Alex Patterson, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! And if you want to subscribe, it's click those little buttons on mobile and phone.